and welcome to tonight's episode of Expedition Dogman. My name's Jamie, and I'll be your host for this evening. Tonight's episode, Dogman and the Nameless Dread. Just before we do get underway, just a tiny little bit of admin. I've noticed that over 78% of you are still not subscribing to this channel, so please do me a massive favour, hit that like button and the subscription button, and if you do, make sure to hit the little bell so you can be notified as to when the next episode is airing. Anyway, now that the admin's out the way, on to tonight's episode, the Dogman and the Nameless Dread. Well, first of all, what is the Nameless Dread? If we look on the internet quickly, there is a long explanation to this. I will just read a little excerpt of it. It says, experiences of terror, the unexpected, the unfortunate, and the unthinkable are all ineluctable aspects of reality. When traumatic events take place, however, the moment itself seems to stand apart from daily life. Some say that time stands still. These moments are beyond comprehension. Emotions and the words that represent them as such as terror, anger, and fear may be present in these moments, but are not consciously felt or experiences, or as Bion stated, experienced as the nameless dread. Well, let's look at this for example. As we know, within the paranormal, these experiences of the paranormal stand apart from daily life, as these are known over the years to be stood apart, and we can easily recall everything that happens through to the minute detail. This way we know what truly has happened is paranormal. The same can be said with Dogman. People who experience these creatures, these feelings never leave them. They can still recall exactly what happened to them on a day-to-day basis through down to the minute detail. If we look what we talked about in the last episode, Dogman walks past my window, I can still clearly remember exactly what happened to me. Did I have a paradigm shift, or was it a case of it's the nameless dread? So basically what I said before, the nameless dread is something we can't place our fingers on. We can't fully understand what it is we're dreading. It's also common for people who've had UFO phenomena to experience exactly the same thing. All of these phenomena interconnect with each other under the paranormal paradigm, and there is a sense of dread, apprehensiveness, intuition telling us that there's something wrong whenever these instances occur. It's quite strange to tell, to be honest with you, but before you jump on in the comments and go, oh, well, you're naming it the Nameless Dread. No, I'm not. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, the Nameless Dread is not being named the Nameless Dread. It's like, I don't know, when you have an intuitional theory, or an intuition telling you that there's something wrong, it's the same thing. You can't quite put your finger on it, but your intuition, or your gut feeling, is the basic terminology of it, is telling you then there's something wrong. So anyway, what's this got to do with Dogman? Well, as we all know, through looking at the different types of Dogman and their behavioural aspects, they have a sense of dread, a sense of foreboding about them. And like I said earlier on in this episode, people who have experienced the Dogman can say quite comprehensively, and it is through all different reports that they say this, that the Dogman has an oppressive feeling about them. Look back to what Cisco said on the live feed of Dogman Sat on My Roof. This creature, yes, it stunk, but it had an oppressive feeling. Is it then not out of the realms of possibility to say that the Dogman and the Nameless Dread go hand in hand together? Through reading out what I said, it gives clear evidence to me to say yes, it does have this in common, because again, we class the cryptids as the paranormal, and as we know, the paranormal steps aside from daily life and is two separate entities. Sometimes though, however, these actually intertwine with each other and we step into a different paradigm. I know it's all scientific theory, but what do you think? Do you honestly believe that the Dogman and the nameless dread go hand in hand? Or is it something else entirely that gives off the negative feeling that the dogman often comes with? Please do leave your comments down in the section below, and let's turn this into a civilized discussion as to what the nameless dread truly is, and as to how it interacts with the dogman. And until next time, my fairy friends, do be aware of the howl.